Go.
Hi, this is group 1, right? I'm Shalane, I'm here.
Kayla.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Gabriel.
So.
Yay!
Hey.
Alright, so my name's Gabriel Del Castillo, and I'm going to talk about a little bit of story about pole vaulting. So I really like being up in the air. It kind of feels a little bit free. And basically I started doing pole vaulting freshman year. I did it 4 years throughout high school, and it was kind of out of luck that I got into it because I wanted to be a high jumper, but they needed pole vaulters, so they asked me just randomly, like asking students, you know, do you want to pole vault? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then became a pole vaulter. I'll talk more about that later. And then I got into this big invite with a lot of big-time rookies like myself, freshmen, sophomores, and I had an accident. And then after the accident, I was out for like not like in a coma for a month, but like I wasn't supposed to be moving around. I couldn't go to practice for the month, and I just came to realize that even though I was down, that I just have to get up and keep trying again, keep practicing, so I can get back to where I used to be. So like I said earlier, it was out of luck, or maybe it was out of destiny, that I decided that I became a pole vaulter, and I really wanted to be a high jumper, but ended up not going that way. And I became really good at it, to the point where I stopped doing just only the practices at school, but also practicing like outside of school. And I took a couple classes with other coaches from different high schools, just because like my coach, of course, doesn't know everything, so I had to gain knowledge from other coaches. And I became very confident in my abilities, and that's when my coach started seeing that I had some sort of potential to become better than average athletes. So that's why he signed me up for this big invite. And the big invite came up like around like sophomore year, like middle of sophomore year, and it was really exciting. The feeling, it was awesome. Like I felt like, oh man, I got power, you know. I'm this little league guy, and you know, I'm going up with the big guys now. But it was crazy that day, because I did not expect what would have happened to me at the end of the day. During my warm-ups, I was really relaxed. I felt like everything was going all right. I didn't feel like anything was going wrong. But once I stepped onto that runway, it felt like time started to move a little bit slower. And then once I grabbed my stick and I'm about to go over, and then I jump, my body wasn't acting the right way. That it started to hesitate. Like literally, my first attempt was me going up and then going right back down. So I didn't even get into the pit. I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm so confused right now. What's going on? So I had to talk to my coach, and he told me, you know, Gabe, you're just thinking too much and you need to clear your head. So that's what I did. And from then, I cleared the bar. I cleared 11.6, 12 feet, 12.6, which was my personal record, and I was going for a new PR, which is personal record, for 13 feet. And right when I stepped on that runway again, I got that uneasy feeling of me, I don't know if it was me being scared or what, but my body wasn't moving the way that I wanted it to. Again, just like my first attempt, I went up, came back down. My second attempt, I completely just knocked off the bar. And then my third attempt, I went to go talk to my coach. He said, Gabe, this is your last chance. If you don't make this, then you're out. And so I thought, okay, you know, I'll just clear my mind. But instead, I did the opposite. I thought way too much. And basically, I went over the bar, I made it, but when I landed into the pit, you're usually supposed to land on your back, but I landed too over, like on the back of my neck, like shoulder, neck, and my legs came flying over, and I was sort of paralyzed, but I was in the pit, I couldn't move. At that point, I was crying my eyes out. Not because I was hurt, but like, I felt like such a failure. And that was my fatal accident, and I ended up slipping my L4 disc in my spine. It came out like 1.5 centimeters. And that's when I started my 1 month rehabilitation. And from then, I was sort of depressed. I kept pitying myself, and I just didn't feel like, you know, I was worth anything, and it was just, like, I they had nothing to live for. So at the end of the month, well, before the month, I've been going to like physical therapy and like sessions for my back pain. And then I came to an epiphany where I thought to myself, you know, I can't be like that. You know, I have to just keep moving on. I can't be sulking around the house. And that's what I did. And from then on, I've been able to apply this experience to many different things other than just pole vault.
Good job.
Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Next,
Okay. I guess I'll go next.
Lucas.
This was some questions.
All right. Do we want to do critiques of what you did well?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's what these.
So I thought you were very passionate about your subject. You seemed like you knew what you were talking about. You threw out some good medical terms to make us kind of follow what you were talking about. It was easy to listen to and well given.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really liked your story. It's cool learning more about you and the pole vaulting. I mean, who would ever thought I'd meet a pole vaulter? So it's pretty cool, and it's a good inspirational story.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's hard to admit failure, and so it's great being in a sport to talk about all areas of, from the beginning to the end. So
Thank you.
that's great.